In the real world, if you're in a company, you have to make money to survive. And so you have to understand how that is measured and how to think about whether you're actually earning a profit or not. That's how accounting is applied, right? And people talk in accounting when you talk to either your bankers or your loan officers if you're in a business and you're getting a loan. Everyone throws out accounting terms. So even just in an everyday language in a business setting, you'll hear terms thrown around that it's embarrassing sometimes to sit and say, I don't understand what you mean. So at the very least, you're going to get that out of the course and be able to apply it daily. And then at the higher level, if you're in a business and you want to measure whether it's your product line or your whole business, accounting gives you that framework to do that. It's a required course and it involves reading financial statements. So at the beginning they come in not knowing, and at the end hopefully they're able to pick up financial statements, understand the accounting behind it, understand what it means and interpret them. And read the newspaper every day and understand what companies are saying when they pull back, when they recall their inventory, how that affects their financial statements and what they can expect to see. But then just globally, you have different currencies you're using. You have units in different countries that you have to account for. You have business everywhere, so you just have to be a little more global. We try to bring it into the classroom by showing, at the basic level, the difference in the standards between the international standards and the US standards, so that students working in other countries will be aware of that when they go. Companies face the same things in every country, so we try to bring in examples from everywhere so students get exposed to that. No, not at all. You have to be balanced and organized, but you don't have to be mathy. You just have to be a little bit analytical and understand implications, how things flow through. Low expectations, high return, hopefully. So everyone comes in with low expectations because they think it's going to be boring and it's going to be mathy and it's going to be difficult and it's not going to be applied. But I think, especially at the graduate level, we teach it in a very applied, very real way. And so people walk out actually learning something and learning something that they'll take with them no matter what their career is.
Taking the average between the beginning assets and the ending assets for the year, right, or last year's assets and this year's assets.
So that comes out to about 198,000. So my belief is everyone should learn how to read financial numbers, even if you're in marketing or human resources. And hopefully they'll all come away with that. Yeah, my dad's an accounting professor. I was the resistor, so I actually went to school and studied computer science as an undergrad. I had a double major and I went into the business school and started taking accounting classes, and it just clicked more than some of the other courses that I was taking. So it was sort of me, not him as much. But I just felt like I needed balance from sitting in front of a computer all day to doing something that would have some interaction with people. But I was in public accounting when I first came out of school and never thought I would teach accounting. And I went back to school to actually move on to consulting or do something higher level. And I love teaching and I love research, and so I kept going. My focus is actually on managerial accounting, so I focus more internal in a company, my research. So I look a lot at incentives and contracting issues that happen within a company instead of external to the organization. I consistently get feedback from students who are in different professions that use accounting, both financial accounting and managerial accounting, really regularly, in people who never thought they'd be using it. So someone in a consulting firm who has to figure out the profit on their job, and they come back and they say, I never expected, they're a strategy consultant, they never expected to be doing accounting. But yet when they go to bid a project, they have to forecast what the profitability of the project's going to be and how to charge it and how to price the project. And so they're constantly using these things, no matter what profession. We have a lot of MBAs actually who recently have switched to accounting. I have an MBA student who just came back and did her Master's of Accounting. And I don't think she ever envisioned when she was an MBA student here being an accountant. And so she started taking courses, she got really interested, she decided that's what she wanted to do. But I think, yeah, you have to be open-minded when you go to school and see what hits you the right way and what clicks, if you're going to do it the rest of your life. I love just the process of teaching and the interaction that I get with my students, and I love seeing them learn.
It's all the earnings and all the money basically that remains within the company.
My biggest accomplishment is when I come in with someone who's never had accounting in their life and they leave and they pass the class with flying colors and they get 100 on the exam. I love just the process of teaching and watching the students grow. You should have corrected me. Actually, I'm going to erase the whole board.